Now for the latest from the Target 12 investigators, we're looking ahead to Providence Mayor Brett Smiley's first budget address that is set for tomorrow night. Steph Machado covers Providence for us and is live here now with a preview. Hi, Steph.
Hi, guys. So this is Mayor Smiley's first big address to the city council since he took office 4 months ago. There was no State of the City address this year, so it's really his chance to lay out his priorities for the next year and, of course, submit his formal tax and spending plan to the city council for consideration. Now, members of Smiley's administration have been signaling that he does plan to raise taxes on residential homeowners. He may lower the commercial rate. Last year, the opposite happened. The residential tax rate was lowered in Providence and the commercial rate was increased, but a lot of residential homeowners still got a big tax hike last year because it was a revaluation year. They saw big increases in their home values, especially in lower income sections of the city. We can also expect Smiley to talk about his plans for some real bread and butter issues like sidewalk repairs, other basic city services that were the focus of his campaign for mayor last year. And we did learn last week that he isn't planning on funding a new fire academy this year. That had been in the works by the former Elorza administration, but Smiley is going a different direction, working on hiring laterally from other fire departments rather than launching a new academy to train entry-level firefighters, at least for this year.
And I remember your reporting from last year when people were getting those tax bills and they had sticker shock because of those rates changing.
Exactly. So we'll officially get those numbers tomorrow and we'll see what it's going to be.
So is there other unfinished business from the Elorza administration that could be in the budget or left out?
Yeah, I mean, there are some initiatives like the speed bumps and the continued efforts to put bike lanes throughout the city that Smiley had sort of put on pause when he came in as mayor so he could evaluate them. So I am waiting to see what he decides to fund in his budget, what programs he might discontinue. He's also expected to talk a little bit about the city's remaining American Rescue Plan Act money and what he wants to do with that. Some of that money's been spent, but there's still more than $100 million unspent.
Now, a lot of Providence residents, of course, will want to weigh in on these plans, especially when it comes to their taxes. And Steph, you learned that there could be more opportunities to do that this year?
That's right. So previously, there's been just one public hearing each year on the mayor's budget where the members of the public can testify about that budget proposal, typically in May. The council would then amend the proposal, sometimes making major changes, including raising or lowering taxes before passing it in June. The public never got a chance to weigh in on those changes. Sometimes that amended budget would come out just minutes before it was voted on in the Finance Committee. So City Councilor Helen Anthony railed against this process for years under previous leadership, but now she is the finance chair. So she has now pledged to hold a second public hearing in early June after the council's amended plan comes out. That is not something that has happened before.
I don't think anyone likes when people are voting on a budget that has yet to cool from the printer. It's
exactly.
Still warm when they're
warm.
voting on it, so that is good news. All right, Steph Machado, thanks so much as always for your reporting.
Of course.